really sure what this is going to be used for. I'm hoping that it's not going to be used for like the reception or the wedding service or anything like that, but Brian asked nicely, so I figured I'd do it. This story happened when we were on spring break in college. Our plan was to drive down in Zach Thornton's old blue Oldsmobile sedan and just basically bum around the state and just stay with whoever would have us for a couple days here and there. But we basically were living out of Zach's blue 5-seat car for 8 days or so. And just to give everyone an idea of how much planning beyond that was involved in this trip, Jake's stock for the week was about $25 in cash, a garbage bag of Natty Light, a bag of frozen hamburgers, and a George Foreman grill. That's what he planned to have sustain himself for that 7 or 8 day trip. And we asked him what he was planning to do for cooking the burgers, given that we were just going to be living out of a car more or less. He said he was confident that we could just pull into a gas station and plug it in at the counter at the gas station and cook the burgers there. This wasn't the most well thought out trip, and we were really relying a lot on Zach's car. So we got down to Florida, and everyone had their night or two when they were just a complete drunken mess. I know that I had at least 1 or 2 of those nights, and Jason had his. And when the time came for Jake's night to be a mess, he was pretty good. He got a little quiet. He was acting a little bit goofy. Generally how Jake's always been when I've seen him drunk. Towards the end of the night, he had us drive over to gas station, and he locked himself in the gas station bathroom for 45 minutes. So that was a lot of fun trying to get him out of that gas station while the owner's getting increasingly pissed off at us at 1 in the morning. But he was generally pretty good. The next day, our plan was to drive out to the beach, and we were all pretty hungover. We probably left about noon. The sun's coming up. We're sitting on a highway in traffic going down to the beach, and everyone's just basically quiet because they've lost half their brain cells the night before. I'm sitting at one window. Brian is sitting in the middle. Jason and Zach had the front 2 seats, and Jake's by the other window. We're just sitting there. Everyone's sort of, in their own little world, and all of a sudden we hear this quiet little voice, "Guys, I'm going to throw up." Like, okay, it takes a second to register, and somebody says, "What, Jake?" And he goes, "Guys, I'm going to..." And so keep in mind, Jake's by a window. He doesn't throw up out the window. He doesn't throw up in his lap. Jake directs his throw up right towards the center of the freaking vehicle, right? So it's, which is basically our home for the week. Jake just starts projectile vomiting right at the center console, almost like he's designing to maximize the splashback on everyone. I had to think fast, and I was able to use Brian as a human shield to cover a little bit of the throw up, but I still got it all over me. Jason got it all over him. Zach got it all over him. And that was, for the rest of the week, I think we made some half-assed effort to clean out the vehicle, but for the rest of the week, you'd just be driving around and you'd see a little piece of crusted up throw up in the corner of the vehicle. That's one of my better memories of Jake. He always has been a good time to hang out with, and I wish him all the best.